Hey, good evening. So sorry I'm late getting this to y'all, but this is not that difficult. So I got a few people trying to catch up on late assignments and stuff like that, and I'm trying to catch up on grading. He said it was my birthday yesterday, and I've been working, going out of town this weekend. So what we're gonna do, and we've already moved a long way in a short period of time. So this is your lab. It'll be due probably next Wednesday. I'll post it here in a minute as soon as I get through the video. So you know how to do everything here. Let's jump in. I'll run an example, and then I'll have 3 worksheets. Like I said, I'll do next Wednesday. So let's get to it. All right. So here's the worksheet for the first lab that I'm going to post on Cougar View. And all the labs today are counting atoms and counting molecules. So you're going to get some more work with moles and kind of get a feel for what they mean, what they are. Like I said, we've already had our test, so this should be all familiar. But it's a good exercise for just kind of seeing some of the things that we do in lab. This would be if you were trying to determine what a substance is, right? Like if you didn't know what it, you'll know what all these are, but if you didn't know, one way to do that would be to determine the molar mass or the density or whatever, and this is how you get that started. So let's jump in. Here's the worksheet. So we're going to start the virtual chem lab, select reactions and stoichiometry. That's how you say that, stoichiometry, and then select counting atoms from the list of assignments. Let's do that. Okay, so here's my virtual chem lab. You want to go to reactions and stoichiometry, and then we're doing counting atoms. Okay, so here's the lab. I'm going to keep reading off the sheet, but I'm going to work in the lab while I do. Enter the stock room by clicking inside the stock room window. So that's up here. It says stock room. When you highlight unknowns, you're going to click on that. All right, once inside the stock room, click on the metals cabinet and then open the top drawer by clicking on it. Okay, metals cabinet. We're going in the top drawer, and it says for you to place gold on the Petri dish, I'm going to do something different. Cobalt. Let's do that. Okay, so you're going to put your gold on there. You put it on the Petri dish, and then return to the stockroom view. Okay, so our Petri dish is right here. You want to pick it up and move it down to the little light right here. Now you can return to lab, and it's sitting right here on this bench. And then I'm following the instructions. Return to stockroom, clicking on zoom out, place the Petri dish on the stockroom counter. We did that. Return to the lab. We're here. Drag the Petri dish to the spotlight near the balance. So here's the balance right here. There's the spotlight. It showed up right there when I dropped it. Okay, so now we're going to click on this to zoom in, and you're going to drag a piece of paper over here and weigh your metal. Oh, I forgot to tear it. Okay, notice here it's 0.2159. You need to tear it first. Boom. All right, 22.4922. Okay, so then I would enter that in on this paper right here under mass. But I'm not going to do it on that. I'm going to do it on my iPad so y'all can see what I do. Okay, so the mass we said was 22.4920. All right, grams. And then what else do they want to know? Or what else are we trying to find out? Is that not showing up on your screen? Alright, sorry, hold on, give me just a second. There it goes. Okay. That's not it. It's having some kind of malfunction. What is going on? Okay, let's see if that works. Alright, mass equals, sorry about that, 22.4922 grams. Alright, still working? Alright. And it wants us to calculate the number of moles that we have and the number of atoms that we have. So, how you're going to do that is you're going to determine the molar mass. Alright, so let me pull that up. Molar mass, and we are doing cobalt, right? So cobalt will be right here, 27. It's 58.93 is the molar mass. Okay. So molar mass, we'll put two big M's, equals 58.93 grams per mole. Excuse me just a second, close this. Oh. All right. Oh, did we not get it? Hold on. I wrote it. There it is. All right, 58.93 grams per mole. So if I want to figure out the number of moles that I have, I need to figure out how I'm going to set this up so that I can cancel out the grams and just have moles on the top. Okay, so let me move all this to the next page. And I'm going to put it in fraction form. What did I say it was? 4922. 2 grams over 1. And then I want to multiply it times something where the grams and the other grams cancel. So I'm going to invert. Essentially, I'm dividing. What we said the value was 58.93. So 58.93 grams, 1 mole. I've inverted that so that I could cancel out the grams. Just make sure you keep your units right when you're doing this. So now I multiply that, grams cancel. I don't have, let me see what it is. Calculator. All right, 22.4922 divided by 58.93 equals, I have 0.3817. Yep, 7 moles. Okay, and I used 4 significant figures because the least significant number I have has 4 significant figures. So that's why I use 4 in the answer. So this will be the number of moles, and I would go to my, where's it at? I go to my worksheet, fill that in. Okay, I put the mass down, 22.4922. The moles we just calculated. Now for the atoms. The atoms is going to work like this. So I have a number of moles here. Let's move that to the next page. 0.3817. 0.3817 moles. Now I need to multiply that times Avogadro's number. If you remember from the earlier chapters, Avogadro's number is what a mole represents, how many it represents. And if you remember, we said it is 6.02 times 10 to the 23. So if I want to determine how many moles this is, all you do is multiply the moles times Avogadro's number. Okay, so I will do 6. Oh, that's not good. This thing doesn't really slide well. It's not like a pen, so It's tricky to use. Alright, look at, I did it again. Oh, okay. Alright, so we said 6.022 times 10 to the 23 times 0.3817. Okay? And now this number is just the number of atoms that are out there. So it's a unit. You can put atoms on the end of it, but there is no real unit for atoms. So you can just put this number in, and that's good for the answer. So let's do that math. It is 6.022 times, I get a scientific, 10 to the power 23, and then all that times 0.3817 equals. Okay, and then you'll put this back in scientific notation. So that would be 2.4 significant figures, right? Is the least I have. So 299 times 10 to the 23. Okay, and you're going to have a huge number like this. So that's my answer. And you're going to put that into your worksheet for calculate the atoms. All right. Now remember, I did cobalt here. Y'all are going to be doing gold. If you want to change that up and do something different, that's fine. I would use the elements, the main metals though. So cobalt, lead, aluminum. The second sheet has you doing lead. It's pretty much the same problem. Lead and uranium. So go through and do those. Now the third has NaCl. Now it's the same concept, but remember the NaCl, I have two atoms in there. I have one of each. I have an equal amount of each because they always combine with each other. So you're not going to have just a little pile of sodium by itself. The chlorine and the sodium attract heavily, and they'll always be paired together, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Every time I have a sodium, I'll have a chlorine, but remember that there's two atoms in the molecule. And as far as using Avogadro's number, it's the same thing for moles. Okay, so if I had 0.3817 moles of NaCl, then I would have 0.3817 moles of sodium. I'd also have 0.3817 moles of chloride, okay, individually. And when they combine, it's still just 1 mole because we're talking about the moles of a molecule, okay? So atoms, molecules, moles, that's kind of what we're trying to get out of this relationship, all right? So do these, email me any questions. And like this is kind of just a free weekend. Y'all can get this knocked out pretty easily. Should be able to. Some of y'all are still catching up. I understand. Let me know if you have any problems, and I will see y'all next week.